Hey guys, welcome back everybody. Hope you all are doing great. Guys, today in this video we are going to troubleshoot one common connectivity issue or you can say routing issue in the network. And this is my scenario. As you can see in my scenario, there are two LAN local area network. One is 10.1.1.0/24. Another one is 20.1.1.0/24. And issue over here is these two LAN are not able to communicate with each other, but router 1 and router 2 are able to communicate with each other, right? So what can be the issue? Let's identify the issue and fix it. So guys, here I have access of both the router R1 and R2. Let me show you the IP configuration. So IP interface brief, exclude unassigned. So IP address on fast Ethernet 0/0, which is connected to router number 2, is 12.1.1.1, and IP address on the LAN interface fast Ethernet 1/0 is 10.1.1.1. Okay, and on router number 2, so IP interface brief, exclude unassigned. So on router number 2 as well, you can see on F0/0 IP address is 12.2, and on LAN interface IP address is 20.1.1.1, right? From router number 2, if I will ping 12.1, ping will work. Ping 12.1.1.1, you can see ping is working, means both the routers are able to communicate with each other. There is no any issue. But guys, LAN to LAN communication is not happening. If I am going to ping 20.1.1.1 with source 10.1.1.1, you can see ping is not working, right? 10.1 is running on the LAN interface of router 1 and 20.1 is running on the LAN interface of router 2. So whenever we have connectivity issue, right, when the ping is not working, ping isn't troubleshooting tool, isn't troubleshooting tool which uses icmp protocol, and we are using it to troubleshoot the issue, right? We are using ping to check connectivity. So if ping is not working, that means there is no connectivity. And if there is connectivity issue in the network, then first of all you should verify the routing table of router, right? As router 1 should have the route for 20 subnet and router 2 should have the route for 10 subnet. So let's verify the routing table of router, because there is connectivity, so you can see ping is not working, success rate is 0%, right? So IP route, and you can see in the routing table of router 1, guys, we have only connected network, right? The 12 subnet and 10 subnet. 12 is connected on F0/0 and 10 subnet is connected on F1/0. These two subnets are there in the routing table. We don't have a route for 20 subnet in the routing table of router 1, right? Now, to inject the 20 subnet, because 20 subnet is not directly connected on router number 1, it is undirectly connected, right? So to inject this 20 subnet in the routing table of router 1, we can configure a static routing or dynamic routing. Maybe any dynamic routing protocol is running. Yes, here dynamic routing protocol is OSPF. OSPF routing protocol is running between router 1 and router 2. So through OSPF, router 1 should learn 20 subnet and router 2 should learn 10 subnet. Let me show you the routing table of router 2 as well. So IP route, and here as well you can see we have only connected network. We are not receiving any network through OSPF routing protocol, or 10 subnet is not there in the routing table of router 2. This is the issue here. If it is confusing you, then I can change the host name as well. Host name R2 and then routing table. So IP route, you can see we have connected network only, and in the routing table of router 1 as well, this is R1, host name R1. In the R1 routing table also you can see we have connected network only. Okay, fine. So let's do one thing first. Let's verify the routing protocol here. Command is going to be show IP protocol. Through show IP protocol, you can check your routing protocol. So you can see I'm running routing protocol is OSPF process 1, right? So my routing protocol on router number 1 is OSPF process 1, and OSPF is enabled on both interface, guys, F0/0 and F1/0. On both interface, OSPF is enabled. You can see here no passive interface configuration, and here you can see the gateway is 12.2 for router number 1. Very good. On router number 2 also we can verify the routing protocol. So IP protocol, And here as well you can see my routing protocol is OSPF process 1, and OSPF is enabled on both the interface F0/0 and F1/0, and the gateway is not showing here. Gateway is not showing here, guys. Gateway on router, see the difference on router 1 and router 2. On router number 1 we are able to find the gateway IP address is 12.1.1.2, but on router number 1 we are not able to see the gateway. Now if you know the answer, you can let me know the answer in comment section. Why, what can be the issue here? Because of that we are not able to find the R1 is a gateway of R2. What can be the issue? Even if route is not there in the routing table and you are running any dynamic routing protocol while troubleshooting connectivity issue or routing issue, next step is you should verify the neighborship, right? As you know, OSPF will form a relationship between router 1 and router 2, right? Both the routers will be a neighbor of each other, so we can verify the neighborship as well. So IP OSPF neighbor, but neighborship is up, guys, full. It is in full state. You can see neighborship is in full state on router number 1 as well. We can verify the neighborship. So IP OSPF neighbor, here also you can see neighbor is 12.2 and it is in full state. On router number 1 neighbor is 12.2, it is in full state, and on router number 2 neighbor is 12.1, means router 1 IP address and their state is full. So we have full neighborship. Full neighborship means database is already exchanged. If neighborship of OSPF is in full state between router 1 and router 2, it means all the LSAs are already exchanged. So you can verify the database now. Next step can be verifying the database. In the database of router 1, guys, I am expecting a router LSA of router 2 and router LSA of router 1. There should be two router LSA. In the database of router 2 also there should be two router LSA. One router LSA of itself R2 and router LSA of router 1. Till now we address one issue, that was the gateway. Gateway address is missing on in the OSPF database on router number 2, right? In the output of show IP protocol. Next thing I am going to verify the database, and on router number 1 let me run command show IP OSPF database. And you can see in the database of R1 there are two router LSA of router 1 and router LSA of router 2. Let me take you to router 2, and here also show IP OSPF database. And here also, guys, you can see we have two router LSA in the database, right? This is the router LSA of 12.1 router 1, router LSA of 12.2 router 2, right? So neighborship is up. Even in the database we are able to find the router LSA of each other, but routes is not there in the routing table, right? The 10 subnet is not there in the routing table of R2 and 20 subnet is not there in the routing table of R1. Now what can be the next step of troubleshooting? So guys, now you have verified the OSPF neighborship, we have verified the database. You can open the database in detail now, because I am expecting this 10 subnet in the router LSA of router 1 database, router 1 LSA 1, right? Like if I will open 12.1.1.1, there should be two link information, one 10 subnet and 12 subnet. Similarly, if I will open this LSA, router LSA of router 2, again there should be two subnet, 12 and 20, right? Let me open the database in detail on R1. So IP OSPF database, and on router number 1 I am going to open the database LSA1 of router 2. So 12.1.1.2. We always open database with link ID, not the router ID, advertiser router ID. So link ID is 12.2, and sorry, so IP OSPF database, and which database? Router LSA of 12.1.1.2. And you can see in the router LSA of router 2, 20 subnet is there, guys, no problem at all. You can see 20.1.1.0/24 is there. How many links are there? You can see number of link is 3, right? Number of link on router number 1 is showing 3, right? It is considering their neighbor as well as a link. On router number 2. And one more thing, this is the database of router 2. If I will open my own LSA 12.1, so guys, here number of link is 2 only. You know, OSPF database should be identical. OSPF is a link state routing protocol, right? So OSPF database of router 1 and router 2 should be similar. So database looks fine, similar, but in the router LSA of router 1, there are only 2 link. In the router LSA of router 2, there are 3 link, right? Why 3 link? Because router 2 is considering their neighbor as a link, but router 1 is not considering their neighbor as a link, right? See here, in the router LSA of 12.1.1.1, number of link is 2, and if I will open the database of 12.2, you can see number of link is 3 here. 12.2, number of link is 3. One is 12.1, which is the point to point. You can see it is talking about R1, talking about R1, and one is 12 connected network, stub network. This is also a stub network. 22 are stub and one is point to point their neighbor. But on router number 2 also you can verify the same thing. So IP OSPF database and 12.1.1.1. Here you can router LSA and 12.1 router and 12.1.1.1. And here you can see, guys, number of link 2 in the router LSA of router 2, and in the router LSA of router 2, in the router LSA of router 1 there are 2 link, and in the router LSA of router 3, 2 is 3. In the router LSA of router 2 there are 3 links, right? So router 2 is considering their neighbor as a link, but router 1 is not considering their neighbor as a link. It means, guys, there is mismatch of OSPF network type, right? Because we know OSPF router consider their neighbor as a link on point to point network type. That means on router number 2, I am expecting OSPF network type is point to point. And on router number 1, maybe any another type of network is running there, right? Let's verify it. On router number 1, I am going to run command so IP OSPF interface F0/0. On F0/0 on router number 1, you can see this router is state is DR other, and their network type is broadcast, right? OSPF network type on F0/0 is broadcast, and on router number 2, if I will run same command, so IP OSPF interface F0/0, here you can see network type is, guys, point to point. This is the issue. Network type on this interface F0/0 of router 2 is configured as point to point, and network type on router number 1 is broadcast. How I have identified this? That maybe there can be network mismatch by checking the router LSA, right? I was going through the troubleshooting steps, which are the common steps of troubleshooting. While troubleshooting the routing issue, there are some steps. While troubleshooting the OSPF issue, there are some steps. If you will follow those steps, you can fix any kind of issue. For each routing protocol, we have the troubleshooting technique and some steps. So here to fix it, what I will do, simply I will change the OSPF network type on router number 2 or maybe on router number 1. Let me take you to router 1 and let me say config T interface F0/0 IP OSPF network point to point. And as you will set network type point to point here, as you will set network type point to point here, so IP OSPF database, again database is same, and router 12.1.1.1. Now here you can see number of link 3, and on 12.2 number of link 3. Now both side network type is point to point, so in the router LSA of both the routers number of links are 3, and now I am expecting route. So IP route OSPF, you can see now in the routing table of router 1 we have this 20 subnet, and on router number 2, so IP route OSPF Very good. Here you can see the 10 subnet in the routing table of router 2. And now you can check the reachability between LAN to LAN. Ping 20.1.1.1 and source 10.1.1.1. Yes, now you can see ping is working. Both the LAN sites are able to communicate with each other. So guys, this was a basic troubleshooting of routing, right? If you are a network engineer, guys, or you are planning to become a network engineer and you want to master these kinds of troubleshooting, not only for routing or only for OSPF, in the entire enterprise network, A to Z. If you want to learn A to Z about the enterprise network, the configuration, their design, troubleshooting, right, and many more technologies. So these everything can be covered in two courses, in not two courses, in three courses. CCNA 200301, CCNP in core, and CCNP NRC. If you are going to master these three courses, you can master the enterprise network. You can control, manage anything in the enterprise network. Doesn't matter it is a small enterprise, large enterprise, or medium sized enterprise. You can do anything. And if you are someone who is looking for CCNA plus CCNP in core and NRC training for these three courses, I am starting one new and fresh batch of CCNA, CCNP in core plus CCNP NRC from 25th of this month. You can check the more details about my upcoming combo batch. Right here, I am going to cover three courses total: CCNA 200301, CCNP in core, and CCNP NRC. Timing of this batch will be 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the night, because in the day I am also working. I am also working professional, right? So I cannot take classes in the daytime. So that's why class is in night, and most of the people are working professionals who are going to join the class, right? So if you are also someone who want to master the enterprise network and looking for this course, must check our upcoming batch, upcoming course. And if you are interested, enroll yourself. We'll meet in the live class from 25th of this month. That's all for today, guys. Now if you have any question from the troubleshooting this issue, or any other question, you can let me know in the comment section. If you have learned something from this video, please hit on like button. We'll meet soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye, guys. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.